So this is a message to Paul and all the Madrid fans. Por favor, por favor, por favor, por amigos. I wish to apologize for anything I may have said. I wish to apologize for any arrogance I may have shown. My name isn't Half Hope. My name is actually Half Humble. Half Humble is actually my true name. So anything I may have said was done out of content and out of my need to entertain and excite the crowds and so forth. Because in light of what Real Madrid and Karim is doing, what Madrid are doing, how they are playing, back-to-back three pieces, and with the Bombers clan that will be in the dugout next Wednesday, I wish to apologize. So I just want to put that out there. And I think for all the Madridistas in the streets and so forth, I know Tapewa, you're in there. I know Isco Disco, you're in there. I know all you boys in there. I am sorry. Misby Nation, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you guys. So I think, you know what? I want to actually go first from the Catalan point of view, but let me just give my whole overview of the whole thing, because I was watching this, but I had to take care of some family business as well while I was watching. But from what I saw, first half, both guys had chances. No, first half. Kid, first half, I put out a tweet now. You can blame me for the jinx. I said, wow, Barca just seemed to have Madrid's number. Okay? Because look, maybe I need to stop this, but look, I tweet as I say, I was like, wait, look, Barca are dominating, they're creating chances, and they just seem to have a handle of the game. And then, was it a foul? Was it not a foul on Lewandowski? I don't know. But after that chance happened, Madrid go on a crazy, amazing counter, and yep, the best partnership on the planet right now. Starsky and Hodge, Tango and Cash, whatever you want to call them, Vini and Benzema, counter attack and boom 1-0. Then from there, second half, Madrid were just far more ruthless. Barca had the opportunities, but Madrid were just far more surgical and far more precise and far more efficient and effective when they were in the final third, and Barca were just missing that spite. We're going to have to have a talk about Lewandowski. We're going to have a discussion. But look, Ricardo, what happened there? Why am I seeing a 4-piece at the Camp Nou?
A few things. One, yeah, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers. It honestly is. Form doesn't matter. Everybody knows when it comes to a Clasico. It's been a long time since Real Madrid put 4 past us. It was bound to happen at some point. Sometimes it happens when you least expect it. Real Madrid were better. They took their chances. I mean, the first half, 50-50, okay, but second half, they were clearly much better. I think the goal right before halftime really was like a sucker punch, because it literally came after a great save from Courtois, and like 10 seconds later, Real Madrid are on the score sheet, especially at the end of the half too, right? So that's got to hurt for them. Two, I mean, the last game we played without Pedri and Dembele, we thought we were going to have them back, didn't come back. And then international break happens, we lose Christensen and Frankie de Jong. You're not going to replicate that type of performance again on a handicap team. So now you have, instead of 2 of your star players, your second best midfielder is now out. And then arguably, Christensen has been our best and most consistent defender this season, and now he's out. Real Madrid pretty much, you could say what like full strength other than Chouameni not being back, and they decided finally to start playing a right winger in Rodrigo, even though he's not a right winger, and they got the result they wanted. They were just more clinical. It is what it is. It's a numbers game, like I said. We were bound to lose by a huge margin at some point.
No, but did you expect 4-0? I mean, I know, but did you expect 4-0 like this?
No,
Allowing
not
Benzema to drop another three piece at your home, at your house?
no. I mean, whether it's at the Camp Nou, at the Bernabeu, to me it doesn't matter because it's gotta happen either way or another. Before no, I didn't expect it. I think at a certain point I did expect, like when it was 3-0, I could see the 4-0 just because I'm not denying that Barcelona has improved as a squad. Clearly, they have.
Mm.
What I'm questioning is the mentality. Like, have they mentally been? Do they have any mental fortitude of overcoming adversity? Maybe the job was too high, simply because the main 11 wasn't there, but also now they have to attack forward. And they have their best attackers now. Lewandowski has been underperforming. Rafinha can only do so much. And then obviously Ansu Fati, we have no left winger, so yeah. I wouldn't say I expected a 4-0 at the start of the game, but when I saw 3-0, I'm like, Real Madrid are gonna get one more. Today is the day, the first time in 15 years that I've seen Real Madrid put 4 past Barcelona. It is what it is.
Paul, man, talk to me, man. Talk to me. Is Carlos still a loser? Is Carlos still a geriatric putter?
No. Look, okay. I don't like that you started me with this question because now because I have to be honest, and so people will think I'm a negative person. I still want Carlo out in the season, but
That's
I will
fair.
say, I will put an apologize, a public apology, because and I think a lot of Madridistas should do as well, because a lot of us, when we saw the lineup, bro, we were going berserk on this guy. And when I saw Camavinga at left back, Cruz starting, Chouameni on the bench, bro, I was going nuts. I was like, oh my god. But I have to say it. I still want him out at the end of the season, especially with the coaches that are available. But public apology, because some things I've said about Ancelotti I shouldn't have been as harsh. Having said that, this is the kind of game, because the first half, I think it was a show of our midfield wasn't that great in the first half, but the attackers throughout this game have been, oh my god, like I'm sorry, HH, I don't know where to start. Obviously Benzema with the hat trick, great hat trick.
Vini was very, very good.
All of them. Vini was great. The last, did you see the pass? The pass he did, the assistance to Benzema. The double touch. Because at first I thought, what a weird angle, and then I saw the close up. Amazing. And Rodrigo was key for 2 of those goals, for the first and the third one.
And also what's called misbehavation should be. I mean, Araujo is still a great defender, but Vini did something to Araujo. He did something personal. It was personal.
Yes, I'm glad this game happened, because it's not about it's not about. I don't know if Ricardo will agree with me. I never really thought that Araujo pocketed Vini. It's more like outside of the meme. He defended him very well tonight. It was the worst day for him against him, but it was always 2 or 3 against 1. And it's fair. It's fine. It's how you defend. But when you have actually had a bad Kunde helping, or actually a 1v1, this game Vinicius has destroyed Araujo. Sorry, this game has been, oh my god.
So but what I want to know is this a case of Madrid are just peaking because they know it's the UCL? Has Ancelotti finally gotten some things right that he didn't get right before? But see, no. I want to know, is it a case of okay, UCL, all right, switch on, or I'm just okay, look, man, I've made some mistakes. Let me correct some of the mistakes that I've made. I want to know what has happened in these last two games that has made Madrid just look completely different.
For me, there are 2 things. First of all, I agree with the UCL thing. I don't necessarily agree with the Ancelotti thing, because he didn't really change anything. I mean, he kept the same thing, the same lineups. I think probably more detailed things that they amount to a greater change. But for me, the second big difference is you have the fall, the physical fall, from the World Cup. and it's also true. We didn't win a full-fledged Barcelona, but to be honest, the way Madrid played today, I think, was better than other days in the Clásicos. And to me is now Madrid is peaking for the final. Like physically, this is the planning. And after the World Cup, players are recovering. Benzema has finally, when I said every time I've been criticizing Benzema, and I don't regret that because I think he should be mature enough to say, hey, you know what, I shouldn't play that much to rest. He has had time to rest. He's now having Ramadan. What a great
Ramadan. Listen, we have to talk about this Ramadan thing, man, because maybe it's helping him physically. Because there is
something. Maybe I don't know if it's the Ramadan. I personally think it's more about the having time to rest, especially for Benzema. But maybe I do think there's mental things.
I think sometimes it makes you focus a lot sharper. If let's say you're fasting and so forth. So
he rested, and look at him, bro. He's agile as never. 2 hat tricks. It's like he needed rest. He had it. He's back. He's back for the UCL. He's back for you.
Okay. Let me come to Ricardo. So Ricardo, look, Benzema, man. I mean, I thought he was sort of done with everything he did last season. But Ricardo, like, what is this newfound Benzema that we're seeing, bro? Like, because my belief was that, okay, Benzema, he'll still be good, but he sort of really peaked last season with the UCL knockout stuff and him winning the Ballon d'Or. Does Benzema still have more to say? Is he still going to carry? Because you know what's so crazy? We have to have a discussion about this generation of Messi, Cristiano, Modric, things and so forth. These guys in what's it called, born in 86, 85, 87, and so forth, where these guys are not slowing down, and they're in their mid-30s now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Benzema found a little bit left of his soul to give to the devil the last week. No, but look, Benzema's always been a quality player. And
no, don't say that. A few weeks ago, people were calling him a bum and said that this guy is stealing someone's position that he shouldn't be playing.
Those people said that. I've been on record saying that he has been injured for practically the entire season, and that is probably a big factor of why he's been underperforming. Like Paul said, international break, extended break for someone like Benzema, because he's like, I guess he retired from the national team, and has done him favors. He's had the extra break, maybe time to recover, reevaluate. Obviously, Ramadan's coming up. Oh, I mean, it's going on currently.
Yes,
and it's rewired him. So, are we surprised? I mean, there's a little bit of surprise because you would given the entire season, you wouldn't think he would be doing this right now. Could it be
two hat tricks in 2 games?
Could he be raising his level at the right time? Of course. I mean, we have seen it. He's been playing. To me, it's not even about the goals with Benzema. I've never judged Benzema based on his goals.
No.
I've always watched
because that's why we have to talk about the whole Lewandowski thing, because it's like Lewandowski has more goals than actually. Well, not in the UCL. They're quite close. I think Benzema's like 6 or 5 behind Lewandowski in the UCL. Yeah, he's close, but I think overall, well, you can call it Bundesliga tax. Lewandowski is maybe a better marksman and a goal scorer. But I just think for Benzema, it is the entire and the whole package. It is the footballing package. But see, I call it the R9. You see, Benzema is a child. He's an offspring of R9. These are all of R9's kids. Him, David Villa, Henry, and so forth. They're all the kids of R9.
Well, yeah, typically a center forward is always going to be a more well-rounded player than an actual striker. I don't think there's really much.
Not before R9 changed.
Yeah, but we're talking about an anomaly of a player in R9. I don't think using anomaly of players like R9 is really a sound argument. But
wait, hold on, wait. You're calling R9 special?
I've always believed he was.
Oh. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. I don't want to know that R9 is special. He's unique. He's unique.
True.
Okay, cool.
To me, he's top 3 most talented footballers ever with Messi and Maradona.
Streets, do you hear that? Streets, this is your Panel d'Or winner. Your Panel d'Or winner is saying this. Since he hates me, because I'm a liar, this is coming from your Panel d'Or winner. So
I don't know. This is not even a crazy thing.
I know, but I like it to be said. So I like it to be said so that these bums who insult him know that. Thank you.
Cool. Fair. Okay, but going back to it, I mean, yeah, Lewandowski is the better striker. We're putting the ball in the back of the yes, but as a better player, it's not a discussion. It's obviously always been Benzema. Even Benzema, when he doesn't score, he can still have a great game. I can't honestly tell you when Lewandowski has had a great game when he hasn't scored. Like, you know what I mean? And there's just those type of players. Small game Robert came out to show again. It doesn't hurt me, HH. Like,
Oh no,
have
no,
to
no!
talk
Like this is
about-
what we knew. It's what we
Let's
knew.
talk about Lewandowski.
Wait! Is he still top of the Pichichi? He's still leading the
Yeah,
Pichichi.
yeah,
team.
he is. No, but listen,
17 or something.
it's close. It's close with all people. But we have to talk about Lewandowski because I think he really hasn't shown up since half of
No.
the season one.
Since the World Cup, he hasn't done
World
anything
Cup,
since
right?
the World Cup.
Like, he has been absolutely I don't know what happened.
His best game since the World Cup was actually
Benzema is there.
it was the Super Copa final against Real Madrid. That was literally the last good game he had, where pretty much Xavi was actually better than him, but he scored and assisted in that game. That was and that was in January, I believe. We're in April now.
So before I come back to Madrid with Paul, let me ask Ricardo one more thing, and I'll come back to Paul. This is how I view it. Ultimately, bad loss. It's a bad loss. Ultimately, this will be a successful season for Xavi because you won the league. Could have won the double, but based on everything we said about Xavi, how good this Real Madrid squad is, how experienced this Real Madrid squad is, with the injuries he's had to deal with and so forth. Yes, you pulled levers. Ultimately, when he finally completes the league, it would be a success.
I think
So okay. So when the season ends, how will you view it as, bro? We won the league. Couldn't done better in Europe and stuff. We won the league. Or will you say the way you entered in the UCL, the way you entered in Copa del Rey? I'm not sure I could call this a success.
It depends how you measure it up. I think there's always this intrinsic thing with Barcelona and Real Madrid. If, let's say, Barcelona do the double, right, and Real Madrid win the Champions League, it kind of takes away from the double a little bit, right?
Yeah, but
Now,
you already have the double.
no,
This
no,
was
but
the treble.
no, but I'm not. I mean, so couple. To I
No,
don't
this
even think.
was the treble. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, if we're going to be objective, Barcelona had no business being the Super Copa other than the Saudis paying for the trophy. So
Okay, I agree, but it is. It is
Okay.
officially in 20 years. If you won it, people will say, "Oh, Barcelona won the treble." So,
well, my point is that. Well, first of all, domestic though was only league and domestic cup, no damn Super Copa minor cup.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Let's just relax. Okay, please. Like domestic double league and your one trophy, please.
Yeah,
Okay. So no Karabukis.
I think when you compare it in terms of what the club has accomplished in the season, then yes, it would take away if Real Madrid, for to say, was to win the Champions League, right? But let's just, but on Xavi's own evaluation, I think it's safe to say that it has been a successful season, at least for the standard we're judging Xavi on, just because he has dealt with injuries in the first start of the season. You can pretty much say the reason we got knocked out of the Champions League game was because our whole defense was pretty much in shambles up to that point, and that's what knocked us out.
And Lewandowski missed very key chances in that Bayern Munich game as well.
He definitely did at Inter game. It was just a whole load of things. But for example, but in the second half of the season, Dembele has been injured. Pedri has been injured. I mean, now we're seeing he's going to end the season with Frankie De Jong and probably Christensen out. But I mean, the lead in the league is so significant that he probably doesn't have to worry about it. But the way he's been able to manage Dembele's loss and Pedri's loss, which are two of our three best players, excluding our goalkeeper, and then obviously Rafinha. I don't care what anybody says. I think Rafinha, during the time Dembele has been out, he's been very
effective. I mean, I'm not a fan. I think he's faking his Brazilian passport. I think he was born on a plane. But he's been effective.
In the time Dembele has been gone, Rafinha has stepped up, and I think the way Xavi has managed them, I think overall for Xavi, it's a successful season. Obviously, he's going to be judged a lot harsher next season, which I think is justified. But yeah, I think overall, assuming obviously if Real Madrid win the Champions League and they win the Copa del Rey, it takes a little bit away, but for the most part,
All right, so for kind of I come to your dubs, let me come back to Paul. Vini. Here's the thing with Vini. This is about sports. And I'm liking Vini playing the villain. Because you can see that Vini is very aware that there's a lot of hate. First of all, I still think he needs like a helicopter to leave Barca because, bro, I don't know how he leaves Catalan country with what he was doing. But see, you could go one of two ways. You could either be like, humble and stuff and everything, or you could embrace it. And I think sports is a lot about psychology and mentality. Again, when watching the Last Dance, Michael Jordan wanted a chip on his shoulder. He wanted something to grab onto because that actually helps to motivate him. And somehow, as we've seen from Vini, you can be too emotional where you're now, complaining about stuff and you're not really focusing on your game. Or like Michael Jordan used to do, for the Bulls, you can use that as a motivating factor to just give that extra edge. Football, I believe it's like 30% physical, 70% mental. And this is for all sports. It's about if you're in the right headspace mentally. That's the difference between winning and losing. Ask Nadal, ask Federer, ask Tyson, ask Roger, ask anybody. You have to be in the right headspace. So, do you like how Vini is reacting to this? I'm the villain guy and so forth. I'm getting over the skin of all opposition fans and so forth. And do you think it's actually helping him, or do you think he just needs to maybe calm himself rather than sort of be very G'd up with how guys sort of like attack him and boo him and so forth? Personally, for me, I like it because I think that you need that villain in sports, especially in your team.
I think first we have to differentiate between being provocative to a point of being. Let's not confuse. I'm always against any player being overly too much of a provocative or manipulative someone against the other team or whatever. But I've had Cristiano Ronaldo in my team. That is probably the biggest villain in football at the moment. The Cristiano was the villain. Yeah, he was.
Paul, I'm going to make an argument here, and maybe Ricardo can jump in. I think the hatred of opposition fans towards Vini might be a bit more than Cristiano. I think. I don't know.
Maybe.
Just what I'm saying. I just seems to be that there just seems because could you know what it is? I think Vini is sort of. I think specifically because remember, Cristiano when he first came in wasn't that much hated. The hatred really began towards his late 20s. So Vini is still young. And because he's so young, I think he still has maybe that's a little bit of immaturity and carefreeness of like, oh, you're going to do like this and blah, blah. Whereas that by the time Cristiano, the hatred began, he was much, he was in his late 20s and so forth. He
controlled the situation.
He was able to be a lot more controlled, but this is still a young guy. Because I'm sure, I remember when I first saw Cristiano, like what's it called? Euro 04. That's kind of Cristiano. If he had came into the La Liga then, oh my gosh, he'd be like Vini. Because remember how Cristiano was in Euro 04 and it World Cup 06. So,
but people are saying in the chat, and I think that's very interesting. Ramos was more hated, but for me, yes, he was more hated. But I prefer. You see, that's the difference because Cristiano was at the villain, whatever. He was very hated, but he wasn't dirty. Cristiano wasn't dirty. No one remembers Cristiano as a dirty player. Sure, he did something, but like any other player, Ramos was a dirty player, and hey, he gave us a lot of things. I'm not gonna.
No. So sorry because we're talking about Paul. It's like I think someone even mentioned it in the streets.
Yeah.
Like when Real scored, I think the first goal and so forth. Normally, like if you celebrate, you got a crew. Vini is celebrating in front of the fans because he was like, in front of the fans. So.
I love that. I want my players to just, especially if it's against the rival, and I would expect the same thing against Barca. Go in front of the fans and do this to your shield, and don't say anything, just with the gesture. I love that. That is rivalry. That is if Vinicius were to insult them, I would not like that. But that kind of. It's walking the line. I love that. I absolutely love that. As long as he, doesn't go beyond that, I'm absolutely fine with it, and I love it. So yeah.
All right, let me quickly say those, and then we'll talk about Chelsea. Real Madrid 14 says Real Madrid won the most important Clasico game.
I mean, sure. Sure.
I mean,
I'll take La Liga over.
Yeah, that's what it's like. I think if we rank stuff,
there are
it's
two Clásicos in La Liga.
No. But my thing was like, if we were to rank stuff, your domestic cup, your league, and the UCL, that's the ranking. That's the ranking. So
yeah, but it's arguable that because there are two Clásicos, right?
Yeah.
Let's say the importance is divided. It's not like if you win the first Clásico, you can lose the next one and be fucked up, or vice versa.
Yeah. All right.
But, I don't know if it's
Elijah to Paul. Don Carlo, Vini, Benz, and Co. I'm sorry. What he did to us in the UCL was bad. This is terrible, bro. When Madrid just get it right, because did you know what it is? It's like this. City is like a pop single. Real Madrid is like jazz, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
You see,
you're cooking.
yeah, no, because when you look at a pop single, you have the producers, you have the different guys. Because okay, what hits, what is trendy right now, what is it? So everything is very calculated. But jazz is you just go, and there's nothing structured. You're basically just feeding off of guys. And for Real Madrid, it's very hard to be like, okay, what do they do? You don't know what they do because when Real Madrid are at their best, it's jazz. Guys are just feeding off of one another, and it's very free and flowing. So when just looking at how guys are moving and so forth, it's how I grew up with for football. Because remember, Carlo is from the 90s. So Carlo is from the old school. So Carlo's like, okay, I'm going to give you a general blueprint. But this is a general blueprint. I so believe in your ability as players, I ain't going to micromanage you. Because I believe in you as top tier players to be able to interpret the situation. Pep was like, no, you ain't interpreting nothing. Everything is micromanaged. Every nook and cranny is micromanaged. So, I mean, we have to talk about Chelsea, but we'll get there. Okay, we have to talk about Lampard because, I'm worried.
Yeah,
Casey.
no. If you allow me,
Yes.
bro, we have to talk about at least just mention him, Camavinga, again.
Not in his position. Not in his rubbish position.
Bro. I don't know, man. He's every all positions. You can play him as a fucking centre back and he will work.
And I always say to guys that those are same thing with like Nacho. You should players who can play multiple positions well.
Yeah.
Those are players who I think are very underappreciated because trust me, if you're a manager, it's gold dust.
Oh,
like for me, like whenever I'm playing,
so many things.
yeah, because whenever I'm playing Football Manager, I always must have a player who can play most positions. Because bro, when I'm like, okay, I'm sweating, bro, I need you just to be in a DM for me like that, bro. It is the best thing. So, guys, a quick hint to Football Manager: get a player who can play multiple positions. Trust me.
You know, there is a manager in I don't know if it's Nice, one of the top 6 teams, 7 teams in France. Will Steele is the manager.
Yeah, Will Steele.
He came from Football Manager. He doesn't even have a license.
Yeah, no, bro. Football Manager is works. Trust me, Football Manager it works. Casey, Xavi, you bomb. Why play an attack with so many injuries? What's it called? Casey, take the L. You got beat. Take the L, man. Elijah, I filed a missing persons with the Spanish government, man. Oh, Half-Up's cousin. I think you have been cursed. Talking in front of the future Chelsea fans, and less than 24 hours later, Lampard, man, what are you? Karma reincarnated. Oh no. Look, my thing is, we'll get there, but I'm dealing with depression right now. So my mental health is an all-time low, and I'm going to go and see my psychiatrist tomorrow. I'm going to see my psychoanalyst tomorrow and so forth and everything. But right now, like you see, I'm good now because I'm talking about football now. Let me not talk too much about Chelsea because right now I'm not mentally good right now. Mentally, I'm not. I'm in a very unhealthy place right now. So yeah, Carlos, tell him about Todd's late April Fool's joke. Yes, I know he's hard. I know. Zoateng TV. The disrespect on Don Carlos' name all season is a disgrace. Respect Don. Let's be real. How good is the Saudi league manager named Xavi Hernandez? Okay, look, are we doing this right now? Are we not hating on Xavi right now?
Bro,
Paul.
that isn't fair. Look, again, like what? Because we won this Clasico, suddenly we haven't lost, and with justice, and we should have lost by more the other 3 Clásicos.
Tell the whole story. You have to tell the whole story. You have to tell the whole story because like it's good for now, but it's like. Xavi is still 12 points ahead of. Yes, it's a bad loss. It's still a bad loss. But Xavi is still 12 points ahead of Real Madrid in the league. And he is going to win that league. So once he wins that league, that is a success. They can say you could have done better in the UCL, you could have done better in this game, but he winning the league is because I didn't think they'd win the league. And they've not won it in 3 years. HH, what happened to Lavi Ball deserves respect? Well, they're 12 points ahead in the league. So you're not going to be winning all the games. But they're 12 points ahead in the league, and they're going to win La Liga. So that is still a success for him, bro. Cousin, man, Ispas is always looking somewhere in a corner. Wait, Ispas or Aspas?
I don't actually.
It has to be Iago Aspas. Yeah, it has to be Iago Aspas. Augustus plays. Sick of the Barca fanboy bottom right. Gets wrecked. Bottom right. Wait, Paul is a Madrid fan. Oh no, maybe you're talking about Peru. I think you're talking about Peru. That he
don't even know the left and right.
It may be different. Just 3. This is Real Madrid's biggest win at Camp Nou in 6. Really? 60 years,
Yeah,
really?
I think it
Probably.
actually is. I think it actually is. I was looking at it earlier. I didn't have time to do
Okay,
it.
so Carlo, well done. Also, this Barcelona defense is overrated. The proof: 4 to Real, 4 to Man U, 5 to Bayern, 4 to Inter, but they've still only conceded 9 in the league. You see,
No,
not everything is 1 plus 1 equals 2.
In the Champions League, it was Piqué defending. It wasn't this backline. It's not fair.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Strange. It's Doctor Strange.
Oh,
defense.
space. Wait. Have you seen? Have you seen that meme where he's basically? I think it's like from one of Shakira's music videos.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Waka
God.
Waka song.
Yeah. Look, wait, Ricardo. I don't know any of our songs. So Ricardo, you think that you could just name a song like, oh yeah, I remember that Ricardo. I don't listen to
She's
Shakira.
known for the World Cup songs.
I don't listen to Shakira, so
I
don't.
just know Waka Waka. To be honest,
That's-
Well, I don't know Waka Waka
Well,
Laka
Paul
Laka
should
Taka
know.
Taka.
The Spain won the World Cup with that song.
yeah, I mean, I know Waka Waka, of course. I don't know more than that of Shakira.
Oh my God, man. I'm trying to find this Shakira. Oh, there we go.
Dude, I see it everywhere. Everywhere.
No, it's actually hilarious, man. But why was Piqué trying to direct traffic in that game though? That's my thing.
He was trying to do what Van Dijk does. but
I
all
saw
defending.
it. I remember.
It's like, why is he trying to direct traffic, bro? Like, why? No, no, because remember, Ricardo, I think it was you who cracked the joke. Remember, it's like those things of like, let me tell you how I got here, and so forth. Like how it's just like freeze frames, and it's like, that's.
This is Aura defending. That's about Van Dijk.
I told you, Aura defender doesn't work, man. Aura defender doesn't work.
Van Dijk.
Half of cousin Vinicius is more like Patrick Beverly than Jordan. Oh, yeah, obviously, guys, if you know your NBA, I'm like, no, Patrick Beverly is way more of a troll. He's way more of a troll. No, he's way more of a troll.
I like what Vinicius does. Like
it's fun, bro. It's sports. That's what you're supposed. You see, here's my thing. Is sports. If you don't want someone to gold, wait. Email that Lampard, please destroy Madrid for me. Yeah, sure. Ricardo, that thing you said to me. Of like the South American League, where he comes and he's sniffing.
Como?
There was a player in South America who came in. He gave a bump to his player, and he gave a bump to himself. Right when he came in, they saw him and he's like,
Look, South America's different, man. Okay, guys. Let's deal with the pink porcupine in the room, man, because we have to deal with this now, man. Let me add a stream marker here, man. So, I want to hear from Ricardo, then I'll come to you, Paul. So, the clown that got sacked by Chelsea, got sacked by Everton because he was trying to relegate, has now been rehired. And he will now be sitting in the dugout next week against Carlo Ancelotti at the Bernabeu in a UCL quarterfinal. Ricardo, help me. Help. So, Ricardo, what am I supposed to do with Ramadan Karim, a Vini that's cooking in a UCL quarterfinal when my manager is a complete and abject loser and failure? How am I supposed to deal with this?
to be honest, there's nothing really to say. Like, out of everybody you could have gotten, the funniest part is everything that's been rumored. Luis Enrique, Nagelsmann, I don't know who the other candidates were.
Pochettino.
Pochettino's as well. All to end up with Frank Lampard to the end.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
You might as well just stay with Potter, in my opinion. You might as well. To be honest, I really don't know what to say other than good luck. Because
okay, but do you see a scenario where he can miraculously beat Real Madrid Lampard?
Absolutely
Look,
not.
miracles can happen. Miracles do happen. Because we laugh now. Di Matteo and so forth. Could he? Because here's my thing, Ricardo. If he does this, it would be great. It would be great that when Moses parted the Red Sea.
Yeah, no, that is true. But I mean, I think Chelsea are trying to. I think they said third time's the charm. Mid-table season, sack your manager. Mid-season, and that's Chelsea's recipe.
No. But Ricardo, what logic do you have of hiring Lampard?
There is no.
Because Ricardo, this is what I said. there was only one answer for the UCL. Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z.
There's no hope, man.
The Dane. The Dane.
Look, I have nothing to say. All I know is that Chelsea are just they're gonna get mollywopped by Real Madrid. Like, there's no other way to put it.
Ricardo, if someone Lampard pulls a miracle, do you know that we're gonna come back here? And so, okay. What would you say if Lampard knocks out Real Madrid in the UCL? What would your reaction be?
I would say just crucify me. Like, crucify me. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
So what if they? What if Lampard?
No, Paul, no. Now, Paul, no. So, Paul, as a Madrid fan, what is your honest reaction to Chelsea hiring Lampard ahead of part 1 of our showdown next Wednesday?
My honest reaction is one of those memes. Now, my honest reaction is if you say it has no logic. It has all the logic in the world because why? Not because it's a good option, because it's the only
What's
option.
logic? What's logic?
Do you really think Zidane is going to accept being an interim for just Chelsea fans who are mid-table? No, he's not going to.
No, Paul. Don't say Paul. Don't say more. It's just for the UCL.
No, it doesn't. You know, that's a disrespect to Zidane. You think Zidane is going to? Oh, okay. I'll be. Someone who just. I'm the great Zidane. I've won a three-peat with Madrid, but I'm going to just go as an interim at the end of the year, and then I'll go just to give you an UCL. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna say more. Why would Luis Enrique or Nagelsmann or Pochettino or anybody want to go to Chelsea in mid-season? Might as well get Bruno to end it or Lampard to end it to fucking get all the. And this is a good thing for you, Think about it, because now Lampard is gonna get. And I'm being honest. Think about this. Lampard now is gonna get all the ghosts, all the bad things of the season are gonna go to Lampard, because illogically, because it's not his fault, but it's going to go to him. And then after the season, whoever it is, Luis Enrique, Nagelsmann, or any other, can have a fresh start. Hopefully, with a good summer. I don't know about that, but hopefully. So, actually, I think. Havertz could cook in another team. It doesn't.
Okay, but so basically, you have no fear of a Lampard-led Chelsea.
No, it's football. Anything can happen, but I don't have no fear. I have absolutely no fear. No.
Oh.
And I don't even see a scenario of overconfidence makes Madrid lose. I don't even see that. Like, I could see that with Potter, not because it's Potter, because at least you had some stability, with Potter. But I don't even see this.
No, because my thing is that even if you see like a new manager bounce and so forth, and like, because see, Paul, and this is what scares me. A lot of people are talking about, he's not going to bring back the pride, the energy, and so forth. Pride, the reason why I love football is that football is more about passion. Football is a thinking man's game. It's a game of guys, they have to use your brain and you have to use your intelligence. Because Paul, I am scared of Madrid, because you guys are peaking at the right time. Now, too late for the league, that's done, but you're peaking at the right time for this UCL. Because my thing though is, I'm just trying to say to myself that, is there a scenario where Lampard can produce a miracle? I'm just trying to think of a scenario. Is there a scenario where Chelsea play the game of their lives? Real may be too overconfident. We play the game of our lives and so forth, and just by the football gods, a miracle happens. Because see, Paul, right? See, here's the thing, Paul. I was hoping for so much of a miracle with Potter. Now, I am begging for the greatest miracle of all time. Of all time. I'm talking David and Goliath. I'm talking Moses. I'm talking Zeus. I'm talking Hercules. Okay, I'm talking Genesis. I'm talking the Big Bang. I'm talking the future. I'm talking Neo. I'm talking Superman. I'm talking everything, bro.
I don't see anything, because, and I tell you, I'm very, paranoid. I'm always like, if I don't see an if here, and yes, it's football, anything can happen, But even if Benzema, I think we could win you without Benzema. We could win you without Militao. We could even win you with Lunin, I think, if we play a good enough game. So I don't even see how a key injury, and Lunin is not a bad keeper, by the way, but it's just I don't see even with a key injury how we cannot win this. So maybe I'm being too overconfident. Maybe I'm honestly being too
That's what I'm
overconfident
hoping. I'm hoping for the
after the
overconfidence.
Clasico. But it's just that I told you with Potter, I was thinking, but at least they had some stability in the UCL. They won. They might start to believe that in the UCL they can do some things, try to up their game. It's just with Lampard, there's no time. There's absolutely no time. Mid-season, nothing, stable.
Damage is already done.
There's
No,
nothing
no,
to
no,
do.
no, no. See, Paul, I have to clutch into something. Paul, I'm hoping for a miracle.
And
I'm
I'm
hoping
gonna
for a
tell you
miracle.
something, AJ. You know who could have pulled the miracle?
Cool.
Um, it's not because it's my guy, but Luis Enrique could have maybe cooked something because he's actually one of our nemesis from Real Madrid. It's someone who
No, but Paul, we don't
knows
have
that.
the players. We don't have the
But
players. We don't have
no,
the
but
players. And also, there's not enough time. There's not enough time. Like,
no,
and
but
I
Luis
think
Enrique
that's
can
the issue.
do
Issue is like,
something.
first of all, there's not enough time against any opponents.
But that's
Against a Real Madrid team that's on form, a Benzema and a Vini on form, there is not enough time
I
to
don't
conjure
understand
up a
why
plan.
would Zidane, why would Luis Enrique, why would Nagelsmann fuck up their
Paul,
their,
to
their
help me out. To help me out. No, Paul, I'm
no,
being
no, he doesn't
selfish.
care
I'm being
about.
selfish.
No, I know. Well, it doesn't work that way.
Oh,
AJ.
okay. So, Ricardo, let me get this straight. You don't believe in miracles, then? You're an atheist. You're
I'm
agnostic.
uh
Now,
yeah.
no, it's a simple question. So basically, you don't believe in football miracles. So basically, there's no point in me tuning into the game on Wednesday. Like you just don't believe.
See, every time I try to beat Disney Plus, you've always shut me down. So maybe if you never did, I would try to beat Disney Plus, but because you have pretty much wired me into believing it doesn't exist, I just don't see any possible way. I'd be surprised. But the way Paul's talking, man, like Paul, you better win because if you don't win,
No, but
Okay. Oh no. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Paul. I hope you hear. Streets, listen.
no, if we lose, it's
No,
absolutely
no.
embarrassing.
No. Oh, Paul.
That's
Paul.
absolutely
No.
like,
Paul. If Carlo Ancelotti loses to this bomb
no.
known as
Carlo
Francis,
Ancelotti
he
is one of
has
the
to
players.
retire. He has to retire on the spot and give back every medal he's won.
Absolutely. No. Don't go that far. Don't go that far. He
Paul.
should retire in the spot.
And give back and donate all his medals to
donate.
charity.
No, yeah, for charity. And who is that charity?
Me. No, come on, no, Paul. If he loses to
He
Lampard,
has to be fired. If that happens, he has to be fired on the spot. Absolutely. No, like
and he's going to retire from football. Like
Yes,
this,
yes.
for me, it
he
would
goes
be
to
the most,
Brazil.
it would be the most embarrassing loss of Carlos' career to lose because you're losing to a guy who's been sacked twice
to
in
be
the
fair,
space
the,
of
the
2 years.
Liverpool and stuff kind of
By the
hurts.
way, read the messages I put you on the stream here.
Oh, why? The
Yeah, if I give him the link, he's asking.
oh.
Well, we don't know which one's gonna show up though.
That's true.
Real
Yeah, we
Madrid
don't know which one.
Newcastle
Like,
one,
why is this guy
Manchester.
here? Why does okay? All right, I'll drop the linkage, man. Okay, RDS, you'll hate it. Actually, I don't even know. As again, I don't even know which one is. Okay, I've sent you the link, RDS, man. I've sent you the link, man.
Wait, before he joins in Streets, who do you think is gonna show up? Magpie Studio,
a poll.
Los Blancos
Yeah, right.
Studio, Red
You
Devil
could do a poll,
Studio.
AJ.
I think yeah. Okay, guys. So I say Los Blancos Studio shows up.
No, I think RDS.
I think it's going to be Los Blancos Studio.
Peaky Blinder Studio shows up.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh no, but guys, like I am but guys, Spirit, guys, I'm generally crushed, man. Because Paul, I'll be real with you. I had just small hope in Magic. I just had the small hope of like, man, if we just play the game of our lives.
It's just listen. Do you remember when we talked about the UCL knockouts and the chances of who against who? And I thought what the okay. And I thought
It's blue lines. It's blue lines. Sorry, Paul. It's been a difficult day, if I'm honest.
Wait. Can you get on cam? Can you get on cam?
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds.
Actually, I'd rather not see your face.
I had a difficult day like you, man. We're getting Lampard back, man.
Yeah, all right, no, but my thing though is I just feel like, do you know how someone just rips your heart away from me? Because I was like, just a UCL run, just give me two great games against Real Madrid. But
I
Paul,
never thought you would go that
what
far
heart do
anyways.
I have with Lampard? You see, this is where I now hope a reverse jinx can work. This is where I'm not praying for a reverse jinx. All right, let me.
With Potter, man. That's the thing. You could work with Potter.
You know what? Here's the thing. Potter, there was a chance in the UCL. Forget the league. I think with Potter there was that 1% chance. With this clown, nah. This clown now. Ramesh Suresh, man. HH, is Ramadan Karim against Havertz child abuse? I'm not saying that. There's no chance I'm saying that right now. Well,
What's this
Ramesh,
about?
Ramesh, we shall see. We shall see. We shall wait and see. We shall see, man. We shall see what happens. David C. Real Madrid back four might as well have a picnic in the Chelsea game. Yeah. Well, it is what. Wait, hold up. RDS, I hope you're not wearing a blue shirt. Okay, you're on mute. Thank God you're on mute. Man.
It's BLS. It's not RDS.
Yeah, what do you,
BLS.
it's Blue Line Studio, buddy. Sorry. Like,
All right. Blue Operation Grom. He said 300,000. Hashtag Mickey lives. Do you know he'll not get anything he wants, like 400, 500.
What if Mickey Mouse is like the decisive? Is the key to eliminating Real Madrid?
Probably. Half-Up's cousin. Why get rid of Kratos? I kind of liked Stone Cold Steve, bro. If it was Lampard, I'll take my chances with Kratos. like if Lampard was alternative, my thing that it's like at least Kratos. See, Lampard, he's a bomb. Kratos, he's never picked a team before, so you're starting with something new, and the season is already over. So at least when you say with Kratos, you're going into that UCL game with like, hey, it's all vibes. You know that you're dealing with a guy who is a known loser. David C.
The only thing is, sorry, like I'm seeing, I think Michael tagged you in this like Twitter post. I'm seeing like around the Twitter space.
It's not me. That's not me.
Are you sure? Because it's like that might mean
that's not me.
It's very like it.
That's not. I know he looks like me, but it's not me, man. They have Karim up front. You have Stickman and Baby Groot. I know. Like no, next Wednesday is going to be peak. Next Wednesday is going to be peak. It's going to be peak, man. Martin Rosario, Francis to Chelsea, quoting Thanos. You could not live with your own failure, and where did that bring you? Back to me.
Jeez.
No, guys, it's a sick like Lampard. You know, like I haven't actually yet seen the official statements yet. Guys are linking me to like I want us to live in denial. I want to say like, let me wake up and this was all a bad dream.
In the kind of here we go.
This was Ricardo. Maybe this was a bad dream. Maybe this isn't true. Maybe I'll wake up and like, phew, that was close. Oh my god, that was close. You know, we'll see. So basically, I'll sleep on it. So how much? Because did you come in? So did he actually predict this? If he actually predicted this, that would actually be sick if he predicted it. Because we're trying to predict who you'd come in as. Most guys said it would be Los Blancos, man. David T. P.S. Madrid sacrificed their league for this hashtag meal. Well, all right. Blue Line Studios, what do you want? Well, we're talking about Madrid and thing and so forth. We're not talking about Lampard and Chelsea. We're talking about Madrid giving Barca the four-piece.
Why would I want to bring up that pain? I don't want it pain to me. You know what I mean? Like let's just put that to one side. You know what I mean? So, but as far as the derby goes, I thought is Ramadan Benzema different? Is this just a thing? Like anytime Ramadan comes around and Benzema just like is like, you know what?
It's dangerous. And also Blue Lines. Why does it have to happen at this time? It's at the wrong possible time.
Okay.
But,
I mean, it's Ramadan, so you know, like it's not the choice.
I'm sorry. Benzema. I just saw a tweet of quoting Benzema. Apparently, I don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
What was the key? The difference of talent between the two teams.
Talent. So why? So he's throwing shit. He's throwing shit at Disney. He's throwing shit at Disney.
At Barca.
Well, that's why I wanted to go to Ricardo because it's like, are we at the point now to admit that Lewandowski is possibly a fraud or going into the direction of fraud? Where are we with Lewandowski right now?
I think with Lewandowski, I've always said this, he's dependent on his service. I mean, he was only good when, well, not only, I don't want to be that blunt, but like when he had Dembele, when he had Pedri, he's far more effective. But just like any typical striker, if he has no service, how great is he really? Although I will give credit to Lewandowski, he's not just a striker. Like he does have good overall play, but like I said, he is far more dependent on the service around him. Do I think he's a fraud? Look,
He's partially fraudulent, borderline fraudulent.
I mean,
Borderline.
what he's done over the course of his career, I mean, I think it'd be disingenuous to say he's a fraud. He's definitely, in my opinion, not better than Suarez. I've said this so many times.
Shout out to Jules. Shout out to Jules. Shout out to
I
Jules.
But I mean, you have to respect what he's done in the game, regardless. Like you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of Lewandowski. I respect him as a player, especially what he said. Lewandowski's a better finisher. Benzema's a better footballer. That pretty much sums it up.
I mean, so look. I mean, blue lights. I mean, look.
I mean, the only
Okay. Here's the thing. So if Xavi was going to win the league, so he wins the league, no Copa del Rey, didn't get through the groups. Is this a failure or still a success of a season for Xavi?
He's won the league though. It's got to be a success. You know, like you can never be aside from maybe Liga.
Yes, yes, that's the only situation. PSG and Uber Eats.
I'm hearing dangerous things. I think Gators is leaving the end of the season, and PSG want Nagelsmann. So that's not ideal for your Chelsea.
And I'm hearing Al Hilal 400 mil for Messi. So
he's staying in Europe. Messi's staying.
Yeah. But all I'm saying, 400 mil is 400 mil. So like Messi, if you're gonna reject that, give the contracts to me. So I'll start training. So.
No, like winning La Liga can't be a failure regardless. Like it just can't by definition. Like I think the only thing you can maybe say that it's disappointing is given the amount of levers that Barcelona pulled in the summer. I think there was an expectation that they were at the very least do more.
Maybe they pulled the wrong the wrong levers.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I mean, they whatever levers they pulled, it's still better than our Chelsea Football Club, man. So because I don't know what we were pulling in the summer. I don't know what.
Okay, Blue Lines. Sorry, no, RDS.
No, it was Blue Lines. You're right.
no. RDS, I'm gonna beg you that don't use we because it's just gonna annoy me even more. So. Do Chelsea have do Chelsea, and refer to them as Chelsea Football Club, do Chelsea have any chance next Wednesday against this Real Madrid team and this kind of a Benzema?
Ramadan Benzema, man. When does Ramadan finish?
Does this finish before? I think it finishes on Monday. I think it's over next Monday. I think.
Wait, this coming it finished.
This coming Monday. I think it's gone this Monday.
So it finishes
no, because I know people would say that it was on Monday.
So it finishes 2 days before.
Like Streets, I was told that it finishes on Monday. That's what that's what I read.
21st of April. I just looked it up, and it's 31st.
Yeah.
21st.
That's still good. 2-3 weeks. So I mean, is it official that Lampard's going to be like the next game that Lampard is going to be in charge of?
No, it's Wolves. Well, I think it's Wolves, and then it's Wednesday. You see, all I'm saying is if we're to lose, just don't make it embarrassing.
Is it Wolves away at home? Is it Wolves away?
Wolves is away. Wolves away.
Wait, so the next home game, so the official home game is going to be against Madrid then.
Wait, I think there could be an EPL game. Hold up, there could be an EPL game before then. No, Brighton.
Okay, I'm only saying this because the atmosphere potentially, because let's keep a stat cage. A lot of our fans, the proper.
So basically,
Chelsea...
you don't. No. So basically, you don't believe in football miracles. That's what we're saying. We don't believe in football miracles.
No. What I'm saying is that like, there's a sizable portion of Chelsea fan base that actually didn't want Lampard to be sacked. They didn't want him to be sacked, and certainly a lot of certain match-going fans didn't want him to be sacked. So if they can create that positive environment, and I'm hearing apparently that I think Ashley Cole is coming back as part of the squad as well. So if they can get this kind of like last dance,
then what? So you're saying that there's a chance Lampard beats Madrid next week.
What I'm saying is that if they can get a last dance type of vibe, it's not impossible. Like, and maybe this 4-0 against Barcelona, maybe a fluke. New manager bounce. There's just so many different things that could happen. You never know. I mean, when Mason Mount played under Lampard, he was good, right?
I feel sick, man. Like I just feel so sick, man. Like seriously, let me say all my nice mess,
Literally.
everything I fought against and so forth is all coming back.
Mason Mount, Lampard against Madrid in the Champions League.
I mean, like basically, this is the kind of stuff that just makes you sick. It just makes you sick. I mean, no, but because
The name is Have Hope, though. Come on, where's the hope?
it's an irony. It's not supposed to be real. It's an irony. It's not supposed to be real.
Right. Okay, but like at least have. Come on, HH. You
No. Okay, no. Stop depressing me.
Okay.
Are we looking at guys who are not going to go back to back Real Madrid? Let me come first to Ricardo and come out to you. Ricardo, can Real Madrid go back to back? Looking at how they're playing right now, how they're functioning, how they're picking and so forth. Forget about Lampard. City or Bayern, I think City standing there in the semis and the final is a free hit. Can these guys actually go back to back?
I've said it before. I think they can. I think their biggest obstacle is the semi-finals, and if they can get through that, I don't think anything's going to stop.
Ricardo, they already won it last season. They're going to win this again.
Yeah,
they've already done a freaking three-peat. The heck?
They're UCL merchants.
I don't care. They've already won it already. Give someone else a chance. What about UCL merchants, bro?
No.
The hell?
I need it for my narrative though, because if
What narrative?
The more Real Madrid win, Gonaldo is looking a little.
Wait. Actually, hey, HH.
Wait, guys. So hold on. If there are any Cristiano fans here, I think not a day goes by where I look at my Twitter, my DM flashes from Ricardo, and I see something to do with Cristiano.
Hey man, I did it this week.
And 10 times out of 10, it's always something negative. It's always something negative. It's always something negative and something to do with the Saudi Pro League. But just full disclosure.
I didn't even know he was playing.
Ricardo, can you set up a Twitter profile so guys can abuse you and hate on you and everything? Okay, Paul. Are you going back? Actually, no. Let me go to RDS. Are these guys going to go back to back? Are they going to go back to back? Red Devil Studio. RDS. Red, then Devil, then Studio. The
BLS.
Manchester United fan called Red Devil Studio.
Okay.
Do you think they can go back to back?
Of course, Madrid can go back to back.
What do you mean by of course? They've already won it last year. You can't say of course.
Yeah, of course. Well, why not?
Because that'd be stupid.
But the point is like give us the reason why they can't.
Because only the UCL has only been defended one time. What they did last year was a miracle. Them doing it again would gentrify the competition. So it doesn't make sense.
I look at them. I look at the remaining teams. Okay, they have Chelsea, who we won't talk about. I mean, bro. Okay. So we're basically a laughing stock. We're basically a laughing stock. Let me finish. Let me forget about one point. Like, if by some miracle, and maybe Ricardo and the poor thoughts, if by some miracle Chelsea were to win the Champions League, and Todd B gives Lampard a 4-6 year deal, would you and Chelsea fans, would you be happy with that?
I'm all for it.
No, Ricardo, shut up. Let's go to Nivoli. No. I speak for all. I speak for all sensible Chelsea fans and say no. We don't want that. No.
So you'd rather Chelsea lose the Champions League and Lampard sacked than Chelsea win the Champions League and Lampard get a long.
I'm playing the long game.
Okay.
I'm playing the long game. So.
Okay.
he wants to give Frank Lampard that Sir Alex Ferguson treatment.
Because given the ownership, they're gonna the ownership and remember the Glazers.
Wait. I asked a simple question: can Real Madrid go back to back? Can this team win another UCL?
And I asked them the question. I said yes, they can, because when you look.
So you think that these guys can beat Pep?
When you look
a Pep team with Haaland and on a revenge mission in the semis.
Okay, I mean, it's like you're talking as if like no one's beaten City this season.
It's called it's called revenge tax. Revenge tax is always very heavy.
Okay.
City are not losing back to Real Madrid.
And how many?
Sorry, just can you remind me the last try of revenge? That happened against Madrid. How they did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Wait, do the Liverpool count?
They kind of do. They do. Also, Liverpool at least have a Champions League. What Champions League does City have? Do they have one?
Can I just remind myself that, especially artists, don't let Lampard beats Madrid. Because
it's
if he
blue lines.
does,
I thought you
if he
said-
does,
I thought you said-
no,
I thought you said-
If Lampard, if this bomb manages to beat Real Madrid, Ardis is going to look very funny because Ardis, I know you're loving this. I know you enjoy it.
Hey,
And Ardis, I know that you wanted to get deep fried. I know you wanted to get deep fried and what's the thing? What do you say? Mollywops. Mollywops and crip walk. I know you wanted to get crip walked on Wednesday.
First one's blue line. Second of all, I'm not the one that said you literally have a video posted yesterday that seems to be going on.
Okay. Let me deal with this crap. That video I allegedly put down.
You want me to show everyone the video in the chat, guys?
No. No, don't. That video that allegedly was put out, it was put out before. Okay, you know what, Paul? Can you get the mic? Paul, looking at this team, how you're playing, are you really going to win this UCL again? Do you really believe these guys can actually realistically win this UCL again?
They can realistically win the UCL. I don't know if they will do. It's just it's a nature. The question of and I know you know this, and I said, and I think you said one of the most factual things you said on this channel before, and it was that while other teams, not only City, right? City, Barcelona, other teams aspire. Most other teams aspire to play pop, right, or play reggaeton, right?
Yeah.
You know, something that is very studied, that is going to work, you know, whatever. But Real Madrid play like jazz. So, obviously, a lot of things can go wrong. But if the musicians are in a good place, and if the mood is set, no music is going to sound better. No music. I don't care how talented is that pop singer. I don't care how... It doesn't matter. So, yes, if this is truly a peak in physical form, in mental form, this is the last push from Real Madrid, they're gonna win it. If this is just a false thing, you know, or we're not that good. We've just kind of had some luck. We had Valladolid, which was a very easy game, and then we had weak Barcelona. We aren't really that good, then we won. But you want a definite answer for me? I think it's most probable that we win it than us not win it. For me, the thing that scares me the most, not scares me, is the semi-final, and that's it. But I think if City win and they go with emotions, they're gonna lose. So, yeah, it can happen, and it probably will happen.
HH, you okay? What's wrong? I don't get it.
But HH,
They missed me something. Did you really think you could win this UCL? Like, did you really realistically think there was some chance?
Okay, don't do that. Come on, don't do that. Paul, don't listen to that.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't me.
Paul.
No, sorry, go on, Paul. So I didn't want to interrupt.
No, Paul. Because no, Paul. My thing is, if you're in a UCL quarterfinal, Paul, you're in a UCL quarterfinal, which means that you need to give a UCL. It's special. You need to give yourself the best chance, Paul. By hiring this clown, we've already considered defeat. So that's just the thing. Like, Paul, I want to. You know what? I want to just.
Why do you act like you were gonna win the Champions League, anyways?
That's what I'm saying. Did any Chelsea fan actually believe they were gonna? Even if they won against Madrid, what if they won against Bayern?
Paul Ricardo, didn't you guys watch the Dortmund post-match reaction? Like, they were celebrating the win against Dortmund.
But I understand
won the
that.
Champions League. You know,
Wait, hold on.
like,
See, the civil war has now started. The civil war has now started. Clown, show some respect to who?
Exactly.
Show some respect to who? He's a legendary player. He is a bum and a loser of a manager. He's a failure. And I'll say it again and again. Legendary player. Amazing player. He is a crap manager who has been sacked twice from his jobs, and he was almost got everything relegated. And this is the guy you want to entrust to beat Carlo Ancelotti and Ramadan Karim and Vini? Are you sick? That's my issue. Chelsea, these owners are bums. If Abramovich knew that we were in a UCL quarterfinal, he would say, I need a king. I need the right manager to go and win this. But you've already considered defeat. Basically, this club have turned, and that is why, see, Paul, Madrid fans, I envy you guys. I really envy you guys. You know, I envy this. I envy it. Because you know what? It's called standards. And here's the thing, Paul. Under Abramovich, we were not as successful as you, but we operated like you, which is at benchmarks, standards. In one swoop,
Yeah, but Abramovich.
in one swoops, we now have losers.
But
We
Abramovich,
have now gone from this to this right now. So, Paul, can you see how sick this is? Ricardo, can you see how sick this is? Can you now see the kind of mental madness I'm dealing with?
Abramovich actually gave Lampard the opportunity. He gave Lampard the job in the first place. That was Abramovich. Why did he hire Lampard in the first place? Can you explain that?
I don't know what to say.
If Abramovich didn't hire Lampard in the first place, then he wouldn't be linked to Chelsea now under these new owners.
But
He
it's not
wouldn't
even
have a
that.
career. Sorry, go on, Paul.
No, sorry.
What did they do to my club, man? What did these clowns do to my club?
But okay, but like honestly, like on a serious note, do you like do you think? Did you think hiring Zidane was a realistic option? Do you think Zidane was going to agree to? You know what? I'm going to go as an interim, to Chelsea, to just win the UCL. You know, and when I'm done with the UCL, allow them to get me to the trash, to the bit like.
Why I don't understand is that like the rumors going on since there were talks that Chelsea were talking with Nagelsmann and Enrique.
That is on still. That is for the next year.
Oh no, but what I'm saying is like why? Because both of them are out of work. Why was it that they didn't want to come in now as opposed to the end of the season? Is it because they wanted to see other offers before they wanted to commit to Chelsea?
I don't know. Look, I will talk about Luis Enrique because I think is the one I'm most heard of. I know that Luis Enrique is very interested in the Premier League. That's what I've read. And seeing the candidates, he probably prefers Chelsea to Tottenham. So I just think he prefers to go as smooth as possible. And so
that's what I'm saying. That's why I just understand. It's just like I don't unless those managers have said, listen, we don't want to come into this mess. Yeah. We want to have like transfer window and preparations and all the rest of it. Then I understand. But what I don't get is like why they just wouldn't want to, unless the other part is that you're thinking because PSG are going to start Gator in the season. He's going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are obviously other potentially job offers that will be coming around Europe. So, are they thinking, hey, I want the best option. Maybe Chelsea isn't seen as a desirable option given what's around Chelsea Football Club right now. Because you've got £600 million worth of players, a lot of which are garbage, and you have to deal with those players. And maybe Todd Bowley's like, no, I want you to come in and use Havertz and use all these players, and you only get a certain amount of money, like an instant transfer.
Okay, you know what? My head is crazy. I need to rest. Okay, check DMs. All right, Wesley Jackson.
No. That is, I need rest. And the next thing you open the tab from YesK, whatever it says.
Wesley Jackson, you're a very strange man. What's it called? David C. Chelsea can put up a defensive masterclass and win.
But Lampard wasn't defending though.
And therein lies the truth. Because that's the whole point. Yeah. Defensive masterclass. Do you know who Francis is?
Yeah.
Francis is going to use vibes in the Bernabeu. He's going to go toe to toe with Chelsea. He's going to go toe to toe with Real Madrid.
I think you should be optimistic if you can get a result in the first leg. Because Real Madrid is always making these comebacks in the Champions League when they have the second leg at home.
That is true. That's true. What happens if Chelsea go down? So they should go down first. as opposed to actually like going ahead against Madrid. Maybe that's the best way going.
Wait, so shout out to Alhambra. Come on, so HH. I told you it's not about sagging Potter, but what this bomb does after. 3 years ago, Lampard managed us to a 7-1 loss versus Bayern. Brace yourself. Paul?
No, there's no way that Ramadan Benzema is dropping a 6-piece on Chelsea.
I'm believing anything with this guy. This guy is capable of doing it, bro.
Why do you say it like that? Why do you say
blue lines, it's blue lines, but yeah.
It's why you say it like that.
I'm trying to
Paul,
be realistic.
Paul, all I'm saying now, Paul, Wednesday is going to be very interesting, you know. And all I do is I just pray and hope. Alhambra again. They open talks with what? You're lying.
What?
You're lying.
No,
Alhambra, you're lying.
Let's see the.
No. Don't even check. Don't even check. Basically, it's a lie. Don't even check. I don't need you to confirm. Okay, you know what? We're out. We'll let this go. Guys, it's been swell. Shout out to Real Madrid. Shout out to Benzema. Shout out to Barcelona for pulling all the levers and so forth. So for Barca, well done for La Liga. You did your whole thing, man. And as for Real Madrid, should win Copa del Rey. If Real Madrid win the UCL again, no. If Madrid win the UCL again, I think I need to find a new vocation, guys. Bless you. Guys, remember, this will be on Spotify, by the way. This will be on, I will put this out on Spotify for you guys to listen to it and so forth. So, yeah, you can listen. Oh, well, look, I'm done. Get that. I'm done. Thank you.